My name is Darius Ford, the most cliche and oldest name that a black 20-year-old boy could ever have. But this name was purposeful, a blessing, and represents everything that I am today. Darius, which means he possesses. Charles means a man. The name Ford means a crossing place. This is my story. I would describe Darius Ford as, one, a man of God. I've been very ambitious for as long as I can remember and recall.
He's always been a leader regardless of what he's done. He's always just, it's not that people put him in that position, he just kind of floats to it.
In any role that I play in my life, I just try to be the best at it.
As a teenager, he was more closed off, and he just wasn't like as open with himself, just because of some of the things that he was going through at that time. But as a younger child, he was very vivacious. He was, they used to call him Baby Usher because he used to sing and dance all the time and just run around and just be happy.
I was born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas. I didn't leave the state of Texas until I was 17 years old. I went to Young Men's Leadership Academy, Paul Lawrence Dunbar Young Men's Leadership Academy. It's in the middle of Stop 6, right next to Dunbar High School. This also is basically in the hood. Growing up for me was very, very difficult. It was a mental strain most of the time. It was
very hard for us sometimes because I have 4 kids, and Darius is the oldest. My youngest is 13 now, but growing up it wasn't always easy. His dad was kind of in and out of jail when he was younger, so it was me by myself doing it.
I was homeless growing up. We moved around a lot. I think in one of my essays I wrote about us living in 10 different places, and we never stayed in the house more than a year. I can go around Fort Worth and show you motels and hotels that I stayed in for a long period of time.
Or I would let my kids go stay somewhere else and I would sleep in my car just so that they would have somewhere to stay.
So it was very hard growing up just because I had to grow up fast and then I knew what was going on. So I knew that when I came home from school and I saw a slip on the door and it was red, that I knew, okay, like it might be time for us to move around. It was nights where everything just kind of hit me. So no matter how much I try to bottle my emotions up, when I had the feeling of hunger in my stomach, I couldn't help but think about my situation and just where I was in life. You know, sometimes I just laid in the bed and just why me? Just why me? I would leave basketball practice dirty and then I'll just be like, I want to take a shower, but in all honesty, I didn't know where I was gonna shower at.
So he's gone through a lot and he's had to endure a lot by himself, because even though he is my best friend and I'm his best friend, there are some things that he bottled stuff up and he was like, I gotta be the man of the family and I gotta take care of everybody. And that's just him.
I used to sell candy at school for a minute, and I just used that to buy bread or buy jelly or hot dogs or, stuff that could make it last, and noodles. And then if my mom needed gas money or just money in general, I would always give it to her because that's my mom and I love her. I knew that eventually I wanted a different life for all of us. I just didn't know how it was gonna happen. I tried to put myself in the best position I knew how. From school, I took advantage of every opportunity that I could. Since 2018, my school has done TCU Community Scholars. So they pick 50 students from 13 different high schools in the Metroplex to be community scholars and come to TCU on a full ride. Once I saw the first group go in 2018, I was just like, I gotta have that. It's a great opportunity. My school is paid for. I don't have to worry about anything.
We have this program called Mondays at TCU, where prospective students come visiting. So that's how I met him. He came back second time. I said, oh, are you back? He said, yeah. Okay. He came back a third time, fourth time, and I said, okay, now this is a serious student. He really wants to come here.
I didn't care about gas. I didn't care about anything else. I was just like, I'm going to go to everyone. I'm going to show my face. I'm going to meet people so I can make sure that I get into TCU. So I met the head of the journalism department because that's what I wanted to study. He wrote one of my recommendations letters.
There was a little bit of me I saw in him. The push, the drive, wanting to make your life better and help other people. And so when I saw that he had that push, I mean, what else could I do but to encourage him to realize his objectives and his aims?
I met the Dean of Admissions, Heath Einstein. He gave me his bow tie to wear in my interview. Yeah, I just tried to do anything that I could to set myself up so that when they looked at Darius Ford's application, that they knew who I was and that it was just like a no-brainer that to just accept me and let me be admitted.
And one of the things that struck me was he said if he gets the opportunity to come to TCU, to work on the grounds of TCU, that he will use his experience and whatever resources he gathers from here to make the lives of other underprivileged people, make their lives better. Because he's gone through that kind of process and he knows what it means. So you could see that he was a very enterprising kid.
So I saw the email from TCU, but I didn't open it yet because I was out. I came home, I looked at the email and it said I got accepted, and like I just cried. I was just like in awe.
Oh, we were all bawling. We were so excited and happy and just over the moon because for one, he got a full ride.
In that moment, I was just like, wow, like my life can really change. Like I did it.
And in my letter of reference, they said, oh, this person has to be somebody who was his teacher or something. I told them, I'm not his teacher. I don't even teach in his school. But you know what? When you see gold, no matter where it is, you recognize that it's gold.
Every time I walk into the arena, I just thank God for just giving me this opportunity, because I remember times where I was working for this, and so now that I'm here, I'm just like, wow.
We went through a lot, and we struggled, but we made it, so I'm grateful for that.
The thing that I feel like is hard for people to do is to just be vulnerable and talk about who they are and why they are the way they are because of the things that hurt them in the past. I tell about our testimony because we went through it. Life is real, but it's to help somebody else and it's not to help us. But let people know it's okay to go through things and that you can get through it. You just got to keep pushing.
He has shown a talent for being something that will go beyond him, to benefit others.
My name is Darius Charles Ford, which means a man who possesses the crossing place. I'm the change maker and the change the world needs. I've always been that, and me being a poor homeless kid made me grow and made me a warrior each and every day. I'm the person that can bring people together and that can shape a generation.